Hey guys, so today we have the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G. In this video I'm gonna go over the general overview and of course the camera experience for the camera in general. I mean, there's so much to say about this phone. The UI is pretty simple and straightforward. You do have a quick access buttons to ultra-wide next to X and 4X. Now, even though you do have these zoom in options, the phone doesn't have a telephoto lens, but it said it has a 200 megapixel main wide camera, and when I zoomed into the 2X and 4X, they actually look pretty good. It doesn't look too digitized, or I didn't see any loss of quality. So during the daytime, when I was zooming in, I didn't really feel like I missed too much of the telephoto lens. Now for the other cameras, there is a 8 megapixel UI camera, 2 megapixel macro camera and a 20 megapixel front-facing self camera. Now one thing to point out is when you're switching cameras, you do see some sort of color shift, but once you start zooming in, there is no color shift because it's easy. The same camera sensor, take its selfies, looks pretty good. And everything is pretty exposed now. They take pictures close enough due to the subject, and even at 2 times is easy since you're not using the telephoto lens, which most of them do have a minimal focusing distance, which sometimes could be a bit hard taking photos since you have to be at a certain distance, but you don't have that much space and take it pictures. Doesn't actually look that bad either. I do notice that there is a bit more frosting time when you're taking pictures, but it is not too bad. So you don't have to worry about shaking footage and using the main camera. You shoot yourself, it's still wide enough to get a close-up shot without feeling too close. As I mentioned before, once you start shooting, closer up to your subject, you will see some sort of dead background flirt. So shooting video is pretty passable if you're doing any casual vlogging or just capturing the moments during your vacation or even your kids. Now for the quality, you can shoot all the way up to 4K 30, and you also have plenty other modes like portrait, night, pro mode, and a lot of other modes that you may or may not use. There is the 200 megapixel camera mode you can use, and here's just some samples to show you what they look like. You can zoom up to 2 times in this mode. There will be AI, Erase Pro and AI image expansion coming out later, which can be handy if you want to remove something in the background, it is. Continuing on to other AI stuff, you do have Gemini and also Gemini Live, which is pretty helpful. If you haven't a random question you can ask, or if you want to find out more information about certain things. I think it's pretty nice to have these features, which is pretty common on other flagship phones too. Another useful AI feature is Circle to Search, which basically you can hold down the home button and you can circle on. In terms of the processor, it's a Qualcomm 7 AS Gen 3, so as when I was playing mini games and also when I got hectic, I didn't feel any lag at all. So if you play casual games, like something you would do as you're waiting for your bus or waiting for an appointment, it can easily handle those games. Now in terms of the heavy hardcore games, you can probably play it, but in a lighter settings. For the design, there is a vegan leather finish, and I just love how it feels in hands. Also, the purple looks pretty good. For durability, this phone is made at IP68 rating, so it is water and dust resistant. Now there can be a square you are washing dishes and you can watch to search something up really quick. You can still do without drying off your hands, and even with the screen being wet, you can still use it, and it does feel pretty responsive. Now let's say you accidentally dropped it in an aquarium or wherever, it can be submerged in the water for a quick second. Don't be afraid because you're gonna still use it right after we take it out. Now I would still recommend drying your phone completely to be super safe, drying it completely. But from what I've tested, you can use it normally. Now, I'm not saying you should do this every day, but I think it's nice and happy that it's rated IP68 in case accidents happen. Also, it has something called in our store armor structure, which has an energy absorbing foam and the polymer buffering material which helps with impact. As you can tell, I jumped it from my seat, from the kitchen counter and from my pocket. And as you can tell, I barely saw any scratches. There's no dents at all, and the phone just looks fine. If you happen to drop it on rocks or concrete, then it would be pretty obvious. I will see some scuff marks, but if it's on hardwood floors, then you probably won't notice any damage at all. On top of that, there is a the Guardian Gorilla Glass and Victus 2 display, so if you happen to put it in your pocket with keys, and most likely you won't see any scratches too, so you're quite safe there. Overall, the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus 5G is a very good looking phone, good cameras, and has great durability. The battery is something to behold too, but together with the battery details, I'm listing all the stats and specs in the description below this video, so as not to take another long video for you, so you have all the numbers listed. At the time of this video also, Xiaomi are launching the Sand Gold version of this phone, and believe me, it's worth a check out. So guys, that's it for this video. Let me know what do you think of this phone down in the comments. Which feature convinced you? Until the next one, take care of yourselves and each other. See ya.